it's Anna Runyon, and welcome to CCG TV. On today's episode, we are talking about Facebook Live.
Jessica asks, what are the requirements for Facebook Live? I don't have any Facebook groups.
No worries, you do not need to have a group. All you need to do to host your first Facebook Live is to have a Facebook account and a smartphone. You don't need to have a Facebook group. Eventually, ideally, you have a Facebook business page, and so you can broadcast in that Facebook business page. But even if you just have your own personal Facebook account, you can broadcast live from your own personal account as well. So what I would recommend to get started, you don't need much. The first one is always the hardest. It's the most difficult one. It's the scariest just to figure it out. But you can just go like this with your phone, right like this. And then once you get a little bit more advanced, you can get a little tripod like this. We got this off of Amazon.com. How much was it?
$10.
$10. And you can set your phone up on the tripod. And that way you can set it up, you can make it a little higher because it's always good if the camera is looking down at you. That's what my husband says. And that way you don't have to worry about the shaky hand syndrome that I know I have. Eventually, you can always invest in a microphone, more expensive camera equipment, all that stuff, but you don't need to get started. So don't worry about it. The hardest part is just getting started, putting yourself out there. The other thing that you want to make sure that you have before you start, I'd recommend having an outline of what you're going to talk about. So for me, I have a whiteboard that I put on my wall, and so it lists out the outline of what I'm going to talk about because I use my Facebook Lives more as a teaching session. So I'm not pitching anything or selling anything, I'm just teaching. If you can get in a consistent schedule of just giving value, great information out on your Facebook Live account, that's really going to help you go really, really far. Obviously, you did mention Facebook groups, so if you do have a Facebook group, I would recommend broadcasting in that Facebook group as well and testing it out, see how much more engagement you might get just in your Facebook group. So we have the Classy Career Girl Network Facebook group, and there's about 2,000 women in that group. And I noticed when I did a Facebook Live in that group, I got so much more engagement because those women already know me and trust me. Not only that, but every comment that they post in that group, it's going to be secret. So their friends and their family members aren't going to see them commenting on it. So for me, I think that created a lot more confidence in putting themselves out there, asking questions, rather than posting on a group, on a business page, because when you comment on a business page, other people can see your likes and comments as well. So the key is really just to test it out and have fun with it and do it. This is the future. I've posted in the past before that I do think that this is the new webinar. People are getting a little bit bored with webinars and are getting a lot more excited about live streams and seeing your face and teaching in person. I had someone come up to me and say that they loved my Facebook Lives because I made a mistake and it wasn't perfect and they could see me just kind of winging it. And so you get to know someone's personality a lot more on Facebook Live, and you're going to be able to connect a lot more to your clients, and people are going to be able to trust you a lot more as well. So get started, grab your phone, and let me know when you do your first one. I'd love to cheer you on. That's it for today's episode of CCG TV, and I'll see you next time.